stop motion animator. So I mostly work with puppets, but I do all kinds of stuff. I've animated clay, I've animated McDonald's chicken nuggets, I've animated winter coats. It goes from very small to very large. Yeah, the possibilities are endless, really. But it's got to move well and be able to like stay in place. So no matter what it is, you've got to find like a good skeleton to put in it. Well, I went to Concordia and then I graduated in 2014. So since then I've been working in animation. Was that like 12 years? 11, 12 years? Yeah, well that's why I went to Concordia, was because I was like messing around with animation at home and I was doing it really poorly. And it was sort of like before every single artist had their own like YouTube page and Patreon telling you how to do it. So there were like weird forums online, but there wasn't really like a satisfying course I could take to learn how to be a stop motion animator. So I went to Concordia. Because I went to Concordia, I made connections. Like I made a good connection with my stop motion teacher, and he's the one who got me like all of my first jobs. Like people come to him because he's the stop motion guy in Montreal, and they're like, "Hey Eric, like we need someone for this project. Who have you got?" And he's like, "Laura, she's great." So it's good to have those connections. You don't really get that if you learn everything online. If I'm working as an animator, which is what I do most of the time, it's usually in weird windowless rooms that people can rent for cheap, or else you board up the windows because you can't have any light shifting in stop motion. Yeah, I've worked in garages. I've worked in weird textile factories. I've worked in... Clyde Henry's studio is like sort of like a gutted apartment, like just like concrete floors, like a big open space. And right now I'm working in my closet. So when I'm working on my own stuff, it's different. I'm usually working from home because I can't afford a studio. I need to be able to do whatever project I want to do. I need to be able to do it in the space that I have. So right now that space is my closet. It's good because it's dark, there's no windows, but it's very limiting in terms of like what I can do. But that's also interesting because I can be like, use it as an inspiration, like what can I do in this small space? So that's what I'm working on right now, which is what can I do in this small space? I like taking something that is not alive and making it alive. That's just like so satisfying. It's just an object, it's like a toy. It's like the childhood dream of like bringing your toys to life. It's really slow, but you get to watch it back and you're like, yes, it's alive, I did it, finally. When you hold a tiny thing, you feel like a giant. It's like a similarly satisfying thing to like if you sit in a really giant chair and you feel like a tiny person. But you don't really have as many opportunities to do stuff like that in real life. So this is like the opposite of that, but it's really fun. Henry's decided that this is like his stuffy now, so he plays with it all the time. This is my hand. These ones are all needle felted, so these two and the hand, except for her clothes, which are like sheets of felt that are like sewn together. It's pretty easy. You just stab it repeatedly with a needle. It takes a really long time. Most people don't notice is tiny mistakes. So like I'm very much a perfectionist and like want it to be like perfect, beautiful, smooth movement. Like most people watching aren't gonna notice that like those 3 frames were kind of messed up. Like this is not perfect. The spacing's not right there. When you're watching a film, you're not like, could have been better on those 3 frames. With the exception of what I'm doing right now, which is more experimental, with all of my other projects and any project I've worked on, everything has to be made before you start shooting. It's so tight, like down to like the second of the editing, because you don't shoot more than you need with stop motion, because that would be a crazy waste of time. It can take you like a full work day to get like 3 seconds of animation, and that's a good day, you know? I mean, the key is a good reference video. That's like really important, to me at least. I find that they can be super helpful with getting like the nuances of human movement and like facial expressions and all kinds of stuff. That's me. I filmed myself doing weird dance moves. I've learned the importance of dirt working with Clyde Henry. I think everything I'd done before that, it was always like clean. Like I was always trying to do like, make this couch look like a couch. And when it looked like a couch, I was like, great, looks like a couch. I can move on. But like seeing the dedication that they put into like the details of everything, like they don't just make a couch, they make like a beautiful couch and then they cover it in dirt and they tear up the cushions and they like make it all decrepit and old and dirty and gross. And like that's lived in, you know? I mean, a little too lived in for some certain shorts. Like it would have been really weird and eat your carrots if she was like in a slum. This is just like, I wanted to play around and see what I could do in the closet. And my goal was to be like improvising basically and like doing something until I got bored and then trying something else. And I've also been asking my son Henry what I should do next. So yeah, just like different scenes that like pop in and out and cut to black so that I can, you know, mix them and add them together and do whatever with them. And it's nice to just like improv something. Like that's not something I ever do. I started with a snail and I was like, I'll just make this snail go. And then I got so bored. This was like, it was like 3 days of snail going like this. And I was like, okay, we gotta do something else now. But how do I get out of the snail? So I was like, I know, unroll his shell. I'll just go, woo. And then make him crawl around weird. And then I didn't know where to go from there. And then he came a ball and I was like, okay, we got to start fresh. So I got rid of it. So, welcome. It's my studio. Turn on my camera. Right now I'm using a reference video of Henry because this was his direction. He was like, I want it to do this. And he just like writhes around on the couch. So I've been animating this weird guy here, wiggling like Henry does. So you can see I got the reference video and then the clay guy wiggling like crazy. My plan is to make him go into a weird hole because Henry sort of like slithers off the couch, and I thought it'd be cool if the character just sort of goes into the void and then I can start fresh with something else after. And honestly, like, it holds its position pretty well. But in terms of like, if that has opened more doors for me, like working on an Oscar-winning film, so far, no. But the stop motion world moves very slowly. So like when people see, oh, a stop motion short won a film, we need to make some more stop motion films. It's gonna be like 2 years before they say, hey, Laura, we need you to animate this cool stop motion film. Part of me wants to be like, don't do it. You know, you get a real job, Laura, you know, but that would make her very sad. So I'm gonna say go for it. But like, yeah, I don't know. It's tough. Mm-hmm. Me and my friend Megan played Playmobil like way too long, you know, past the time it was cool to do that. So just like always played and like never really stopped. Like when I was a kid, I always wanted to like shrink down to like the size of my dolls and like live in my dollhouse. Like still in the real world though. I just wanted to live in there. So this is, I don't know, sort of like that.